Hello and welcome. My name is Paige, and I am just going to talk first of all before I pull a message for us all about the energy this week leading up to the new moon solar eclipse on October 1st or 2nd, depending on where you are in the world. I have to say, wow. We are in a big, huge, energetic, I want to be careful with my words here, scuffle, energetic. There's a lot of duality. Let's just say that. There's a lot of duality showing itself right now, and with good reason. We are still in the process of having the opportunity to release the old, allow whatever suppressed parts within us to come to the surface, to express, to be released, to be healed. And it's not easy. As I speak, the moon is in Cancer, and every time the moon is in Cancer, I feel so much. This has been, as an empath, as an extrasensory, from yesterday into today, and I've been riding on a very high frequency for the last few weeks. But I do know what goes up must come down, and I found myself last night, I'll just give you my example of how I interpret the energy. After having a session with somebody that really also assisted in opening up things within me, because we're all in this together, I found there's a part in me that was angry, and I allowed it to rise to the surface and to speak to me, just to me, on the injustices that this part will no longer tolerate. And so this part in me actually wanted me to just escape, either go to sleep, just escape. Don't feel this, because there was more. But I didn't. I allowed it to express, and a lot of righteous rage came up inside of me. And again, nobody triggered this. This is just energy. These are old, fragmented parts within all of us. We're all going through this. A lot of people do need someone or something to trigger these parts to come to the surface. But if you're consciously aware that we are shedding old skin, this is what's happening. So after that part finally had its moment to release, then the preteen, teenage version of me arose. We turned on some music, we danced a little bit, and did some things that I enjoy doing for myself. So I allowed that part to arise within me, and that was great. But then came back the other part when it was all said and done, and just made me promise that I'm no longer going to suppress, hold back. I'm always going to be straightforward about what is needed, what is fair. This is Libra energy, and I'll tell you, I've got a Libra rising, and my Pluto is also in Libra in the 12th house, as well as my Uranus. So I'm feeling this energy a lot of what has been out of balance, unfair, unjust in my life. All of these parts are rising again. They're not new. Then when I woke up this morning, I had visions of when I was giving birth to my son. So it's been an interesting ride. There's also been some remote viewing that really kicked in. So the energetics again on this planet are at an all-time high, but there's a battle going on there. And for many of us, or all of us, the way I interpret this is that battle is actually within. It's also reflecting outside on the world stage and maybe outside in your life experience to some degree. But if you really take it back within, because we are moving into the direction of us instead of me, but we've got to, in order to ascend, in order to rise and ride this higher vibrational frequency, there's stuff we got to unload, unpack. We've got to take that whole backpack full of rocks off. Stop unloading the rocks. Just take the whole backpack off. And that's a metaphor, obviously, but it's the heaviness. It's the things that we carry within us from lifetimes. But we can just stick to this lifetime, because there's been a lot that we've all experienced in just this lifetime. So if you have things arising, parts arising within you, this is why. Honor it, love it, and release it. So, so much energy, so much emotion. Emotions are energy in motion. Remember that. So honor the emotions. I'm going to pull a card for all of us from Native Spirit. I have not been doing readings. I've been extremely busy, but also there's definitely a part in me that has pulled back a bit just from all social media. Not that I can all the way, because it is my job, but feeling that out as I go. Also, the message that I've been receiving is the collective is at an all-time high when it comes to information overload. So there is a lot more information to come through. And in October, we'll be able to really start to flow that out again. But giving the collective a little bit of a break to integrate and process all the information that we are all receiving now. It is also a really important and potent time to continue to let go. We're moving into that new moon solar eclipse. We're still at the midpoint, releasing before we embrace and embody the energy of new. And when I say new, this is big change. Eclipses are big changes. So if you're feeling a lot and it doesn't even make logical sense, this is why. This is why. So this is for all the empaths out there, all the sensitives. Let it flow, let it go. It's not yours anymore. If it was at all. A lot of the things we carry with us that have been placed on us, let it go. If there are stories arising in your mind about unworthiness, of imposter syndrome, of any story that doesn't feel good, doesn't feel right, do a deeper self-inquiry. Is that really true? Can I let this go? We don't want, this is a polarity here. Which side do you choose? And this is not bypassing. You cannot choose to ride in the light and the higher without acknowledging and releasing the density that still resides within. Been channeling a lot too lately. Message for us all, please. Medicine woman, medicine man. We all carry the medicine within. Let it out. That medicine comes from going through the fire, going through the pain, burning it all down to the ground and rising like the phoenix rising from the ashes. that wisdom is power. It's medicine. I'll read this from the book. Profound inner and outer healing is occurring. You're a natural healer. You're on the mend, and or a situation is being resolved. Have faith that it's happening. You are a sacred healer. You are a medicine woman, medicine man of the soul. A powerful healing force is activating within you. This is the Kundalini rising. This is the medicine that is arising within us. Don't escape it. Don't run away from it. Acknowledge it. Release it. It was a big message for us all. I hope that you found this to be helpful for you. I'm sending you all so much love. Take care. Bye.